To ask the Scottish Government whether it will provide an update on its progress in establishing a Peace Institute by the end of 2022, as set out in its 2021-22 programme for government.
Cabinet Secretary.
Presiding Officer, the Scottish Government commissioned an independent report last year to advise on the establishment of a Peace Institute. Scottish ministers have endorsed the report's proposed path to establishing a full-fledged Peace Institute, and the Scottish Government remains committed to this ambition. However, since the report's release in June 2022, the financial situation facing Scotland and the Scottish Government has deteriorated and is the most challenging since devolution. So in difficult economic times, difficult decisions are required to be made, and ministers have reluctantly agreed to delay further work on the Peace Institute until later this parliamentary term.
Mercedes Villalba.
I thank the Minister for that response. The Scottish Government's commitment to establishing the Peace Institute was that it would have a focus on human rights. Yet Scotland's own police force, Police Scotland, signed a training agreement with Colombia in 2020. Colombian police subsequently killed over 40 people during protests in 2021 and detained hundreds of young people on spurious charges, many of whom remain in prison. So can the Minister confirm what discussions he has had with Scottish Government ministers to ensure that the Peace Institute's focus on human rights is not undermined by Police Scotland's International Development Unit, working with police forces with a record of human rights abuses?
Cabinet Secretary.
So I think I'm right in saying that this is not the first time the question has been raised by the member in the Chamber. I think it's absolutely right and proper that we look at the highest possible maintenance of human rights standards where any Scottish public institution is involved. I think it's also right to say that it's important, where practicable, that efforts are made to help and support the changing of cultures in other parts of the world which do not maintain the high standards of human rights that we enjoy in this country. But I'll reflect on what the member says and undertake to write back to her.
A number